Did they give
The
you a
station
schedule yet?
where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for supporting our channel by watching and listening.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Think of all that time. Every wait in the winter. All those hours no one else saw. Every sprint in the summer. Every sacrifice. Early mornings on the levee. Late nights in the film room. Bus rides to playoff games. Every bump in the road. Every moment of ecstasy. Every moment of doubt. Years wondering. Is it all worth it? It's all led to this. Man, I got this. It's a 60-minute drive for a 60-minute game. After all the miles we've traveled, we're almost there. After all the hours we've worked, one more can make us legends. After all that time, this is our time. Caveman on the line. HG got the stats.
No filters, no suits, just facts on blast.
Seems like no nonsense guy. Like
re-emphasize that for the Saints fans out there on TikTok. Caveman. What did you just say?
The rebuild starts right now. Marshawn Lattimore's gone, so the defense, look, we're not getting any better.
We break it all down like overtime.
Looking to get it into space. What a pass! Daniel Smith with the game winner! Oh my goodness!
And that is why you have Aaron Fry pass the ball in.
No filters, no fake control. We run the plays, we own the soul.
For real year. Like you have you have the best quarterback in the league, arguably, the best wide receiver in the league, and you've got the best edge rusher in terms of total sacks this season. And you're 4-7, and your playoff chances are hanging on by it.
Reading the field like a poet in rhyme.
Let's make it interesting.
We're making it interesting.
Breaking down ball like a heat-wave blade. 2 minds, 1 vibe on the same frequency.
Oh, let's go! Put him in there.
This not
Put him in there.
We see through the hype, call out the thief. This ain't a game, this is
watch every game the rest of the season in the NBA.
So don't you go stand in your nose to see that.
You're such a hater.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Welcome, Quack.
Program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
For your
You are looking live at Till the Final Whistle. That's what I was going to open it up with. Talk about Tyrese Halliburton. We're getting into the NBA playoffs, everybody. It's officially here. Had some play-in games last night. NHL playoffs are starting tonight as well. Got MLB season back in a full swing. And we're also going to break down UFL and a pretty awesome softball series between Oklahoma and Texas over the weekend.
And
that was insane.
We had the WNBA draft.
We got to look at that.
Got to take a look at how that went.
6 UCLA players. We kind of called that one.
Yeah.
6
and
UCLA players.
As he did end up going number 1, I thought maybe she wouldn't because she wasn't going to be.
I thought Olivia Miles was number 1.
No, as he did end up going number 1. Yeah, I just felt like maybe they didn't need a ton of front court help there in Dallas, but I guess they felt like her 3-point shooting was too good to pass up, and she's reunited with former college teammate Paige Beckers in Dallas. So,
I mean, that's definitely something that they were probably looking for. Build up a duo out there. They do need a big, but we'll see what happens with the rest of the off season. Maybe they'll make a little move. We also saw Kelsey Plum signed. Pretty big deal with the Sparks.
Yep.
$999,000.
Sparks could be an
solid.
interesting team.
That's
if,
pretty solid.
They can get healthy. See, Cameron Brink's just been dealing with injuries for the first part of her career, but that could be a nasty pick and roll combo right there.
That would be pretty exciting. That would be pretty exciting for the Sparks because they weren't a bad team until they got injured last year.
Yeah, they were showing some promise.
Where should we start at? Do we go to the play-in? Because both games were really good last night.
I think we got it. Yeah, man. That was opened it up with the bang. I mean, there was some fire basketball last night.
This always opens up the door for playoff basketball. I love the play-in. So the last few years, we've seen some amazing games in the play-in tournament.
This has been a really good play-in so far. It started with the Hornets and the Heat, and I do got to ask though before we talk about anything else in this game, was that a dirty play by LaMelo Ball, grabbing Bam's ankle like that, causing him to fall?
I should have put the clip in there. We should upload the clip in there real quick because for some sort of viewing for the fans as well, because it's like it kind of does look like it.
It really does. I can see if I can find that for us really quick too.
It really does kind of look like it. Like,
I'll send it over to you, but
he fell. They were going up for a rebound, or he got fouled, and he fell back first. And while he was already on the ground, like reaches out to catch himself and just grabs Bam Adebayo's ankle. He slips and falls right onto his tailbone.
Yeah, I found the clip. I sent it over to you.
We'll get this in here real quick.
We'll have that uploaded for everyone to see. But yeah, it was. The more I watch it, I don't know, the less forgivable it seems to me.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't know how that was a basketball play. Yeah, and I mean, Miami was winning for a good chunk of that game. They were actually down at the time that happened, but down by 4 points. It happened pretty early in the second quarter. But they had themselves a lead at halftime and just let it kind of slip away. Did go into overtime. I got to say, like, Kel'el Ware was fantastic filling in for Bam just in terms of rebounding and playing defense. Wasn't really quite able to like bring the type of scoring Bam can bring, but 19 boards and 5 blocks will.
There's still a force inside.
Will certainly help out. Andrew Wiggins really stepped up fantastically in this one. He had 27 and 7. Davion Mitchell.
He was the leading scorer, right?
Yeah, he led the Heat in scoring with 28 points. Knocked down 4 threes. 6 assists as well. Yeah, he was electric. Nearly, if he didn't get blocked, man, nearly won that game for the Heat. And then
Yeah.
Tyler Hero did his thing off the bench, hit a clutch 3 late, got himself sent to the line.
I gotta roll back the tape though and count all of his shots down the stretch in the fourth quarter and in overtime. Because other than that turnaround 3 in the corner, that was like the one shot. That was like the one clutch shot he
true.
made, other than those free throws, which that wasn't even a foul from LaMelo on that 3. That was pretty clean contest. They didn't even touch hands at all. He just went up and Tyler Hero missed and fell back. Got 3 free throws, and I'm glad that LaMelo Ball made that game-winning layup at least, because him making only one shot down the stretch, and then just the game coming down to his free throws, like that is the most boring way to end this game. After all, we got to add the audio. After all that,
After all that,
Carl Anthony Town.
I know exactly what you're talking about. The cat audio. But yeah, that would have been a bad way for it to end, because that was like he got sent to the line with 8.7 left, knocks down all threes. I do see what you're saying. Like he did hit one clutch 3 to kind of tie it.
Huge hit for the Miami Heat. Bam Adebayo walking
Look at his
back
angle. He's looking up at him as he does it.
This takedown from LaMelo Ball.
Yeah.
It was 1 point game. It was 30-29 when he left.
I don't know, man. Let's play it one more time.
Would be a huge
hit blocked, clean block. And he was already on the ground. Like fully, he had already taken the fall.
This takedown from
Yeah,
LaMelo Ball.
I'm just reason to grab the ankle there. You're on the ground, man. Like, what do you?
Like, why?
What are you trying to do there?
I don't understand what he was.
Let us know what's your thoughts. Dirty player or not?
Overall, it was still a really good game.
It was.
And once Bam had left, I was like, dang. Well, now I do kind of want the Hornets to win, because like that's like their main star. That would be the reason that you would want to watch the Miami Heat in the playoffs this year. Even though his teammates stepped up big time. And they still made it an exciting game. And it's an amazing play-in game.
1 point game in overtime. Eric Spoelstra, I don't know. He would have found a way to make a playoff series interesting.
That's true. I gotta give the team some credit.
I gotta say, on the Charlotte side, you know who stepped up huge for him? It was Colby White. We're talking about clutch shooting.
Crazy.
Well, I mean, especially like you really have to rush that, because like you've got to get into the shooting motion, because if you don't, they're gonna foul you on the floor, and you're not gonna get a chance to take a 3. So I mean, that was that 3 he hit to tie the game up.
In the moment, I didn't think about that. Right there, that's why he's in the NBA. Because I was like, you have time. Now you have to play defense. And that's when Tyler Hero got fouled on the 3. And I was like, are you serious right now? Like, he made that crazy shot. And then here we go. 1, 2, 3 free throws. And then they don't have any timeouts left.
Yeah.
But that shot was insane. And like you were saying, a complete big brain moment right there.
Yeah. Because, I mean, that's what they were even discussing on the broadcast team. It's like, you really don't want to let them take a 3, even though Charlotte was really struggling from 3 for a good chunk of that game. I mean, they were 18 of 56. So, I mean, they took a lot of threes. It just wasn't dropping at a high clip, which is one of the things that Charlotte did exceptionally well. Khan had his the lights were too bright moment. Really, he really pooped the bed in this one. 2 of 12, 0 of 6 from 3. I mean, you're the 3-point guy. That's your whole thing.
He wasn't in the game for probably like the last 15 minutes of this game.
Yeah, no, he got pulled, and that was the right call. They had Colby White out there, veteran player, more experience. He was ready for the moment. The Rook you had to get him out of there.
He had a really good season.
He did, yeah.
He's a huge part of why they won. And I didn't even realize how many threes that they actually took. Like 52 threes. What if they even have like a little bit of space? They're taking it.
Yeah.
And that's like they've been their offense all year. So
I
mean, it's no wonder they made such a good push and like ended up making it into the play-in.
Two of their best 3-point shooters are Khan and LaMelo, and those guys combined to go 2 for 22 in this game. But you guys like Brandon Miller and Miles Bridges each knocked down 5 threes. LaMelo still, despite shooting wildly inefficient, did drop 35 and 10 in this one. Miles Bridges gave you 28, Brandon Miller 23. A nice 19 off the bench for Colby White, and a lot of those points coming in the clutch moments too. Like he didn't have a lot of points going into the fourth quarter. I think he probably scored 9 or 10 of his 19 in the fourth, like in clutch time. Like he really stepped up when they needed him. And then Bridges got the block on the other end.
Dude, he was big.
Yeah.
He's a good veteran. You kind of forget how long he's been in the league too, because he's still a really young player as well. But he's one of their vets. He made a big 3 in the fourth. Got that nice up and under layup. I thought he was going to just destroy the rim right there on Khalil Ware, but he went up and under and made a nice clutch layup in overtime and got that block. And this game was just like everybody really put everything out on the court in this game. It was amazing.
Yep. It was exciting for the Hornets. We'll see what they do next. They still need to win one more game if they want to make it into the playoffs. This was the 9-10 matchup, so the winner doesn't get an automatic bid. Now they're going to play whoever loses tonight's 7-8 matchup between Philadelphia and Orlando, which my money, even with Joel Embiid hurt, is probably on Philadelphia.
Yeah, it depends on what version of of the Magic we get. Because it's been a weird season for them.
We'll see. They're still a really formidable defensive unit that could could make Charlotte uncomfortable, especially like an offense that likes to play fast pace, a lot of ball movements, and creating space. Like Orlando's a type of team that can kind of stifle that and really just play physical. So we'll see if that's something that can come into play. But my thing with Orlando is your defense can only do so much for you in today's NBA if you are just so putrid on the offensive end. Like eventually the other team's gonna break through, and that's what concerns me. Is like there are some games you just get some real stinky stretches of offensive basketball from Orlando. They still really need
so they might be forcing a lot of misses, but they're just like going down the other end, bricking a wide open 3. They might have just ran the play perfectly and they still, they missed the shot.
They just don't always have the prettiest half court offense.
No.
The spacing gets weird, and it's just like I don't think they still really need a better facilitator at point guard, like somebody to run that offense. They just still don't have that.
They gave Desmond Bane the chance. They gave him all that. They gave him the bag in the offseason. He got a lot of money.
He's a talented scorer and a really good defender, but that's what's missing is somebody that can run that offense more efficiently, because it just gets there's still a lot of Paolo Banchero just settling for bad jump shots and things like that. And I mean, this is a game they're going to have to go play on the road because they couldn't beat the Celtics G League team on the last day of the season. They're like out there, like getting Baylor Shiremans out there giving them work. It was bad. But we'll see how they do tonight. No Joel Embiid, it looks like, for the 76ers. Crazy, I know, right? That Mr. Available not going to be able to play this game. Who would have thought?
I wish Victor Wembanyama was around.
Yeah.
You know, when Joker was a little bit younger, man. Like if Joel Embiid was coming into the league as in Victor Wembanyama's shoes, and they were just like their lives swapped, that the rivalry would have been way cooler.
Oh yeah.
We got to see them both in their like the majority of their prime together. Man. Now we're gonna get a few years the Joker at the end of his career against Wemby. Right now, still averaging 30 points in all 5 matchups.
I will. I mean, like, I think that'll still be a pretty entertaining match.
It's going to be fun
years
for a
to come.
while.
Like, Wemby's just going to keep getting better. Joker doesn't show any signs of slowing down yet, so that might still be a pretty epic matchup. But yeah, I see what you're saying. We could have had that like way sooner, and like they could have been coming up in the league together. But alas, that did not happen. We got Joel instead. Or well, other play-in matchup here. Indeed, I kind of feel bad for Philly and Orlando in the sense that, like, why is 1-7-8 matchup on Tuesday and the other one's on Wednesday? Because then, if I remember correctly, you got to play, like, if you win that matchup, all right, they're giving you Thursday off, but then you're going to get to play a team that's got an extra day of rest ahead of you. So I'm like,
yeah,
it's confusing, like, why 1-9-10 is going to be on. Like, I feel like those games should be at the same time. Like, either, okay, like, you have to win 2 games to make the playoffs, but you get an extra day of rest. That if that's your logic, like, okay, that's fair, but it's like, it just doesn't make sense why Phoenix, they're going to get an extra day of rest over, whoever loses or whoever wins this Golden State LA game, but the loser of Phoenix or of Philly and Orlando gets one less day of rest to take on Charlotte.
That doesn't even make any sense.
It just doesn't seem consistent for me, but I digress. We got to talk about Blazers, Suns.
Not like a time zone thing, but even then, that wouldn't even make any sense.
Yeah, because everyone's out east. Those are all, especially like
if
this
they,
is like
if they
all
still had as like a
East
staggered
Coast teams.
start, like
right. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Maybe somebody in the comments knows, but it just does. It's weird. It's weird to me. Like, I feel like there should be some consistency there.
That is very true.
Like, I think like it's fair. Like, okay, hey, you're the 9-10 team. You've got to win twice to make the playoffs. But if you win your first game, we will give you that one extra day of rest. But again, I digress. Portland and Phoenix. This is also another fantastic game. We got some big time performances out of Jalen Green, of all people. Man, he was the guy.
They came after him.
He was
defensively. Portland was able to just show him so many different looks that Danny Avdia was able to eventually just match him, score more points, because Phoenix isn't really as deep defensively as Portland. And once Denny got going, they were able to slow down Jalen Green. And they kind of formed a little bit of a comeback because Phoenix started off like insanely hot.
There was a lot of like different runs in this game. And like Phoenix, I think multiple times it looked like they had a shot. It looked like they were starting to pull away or build the lead, and then they just kept Portland just kept chiseling away and getting back into it. Yeah, they just really didn't have an answer for Denny in this one. I mean, they tried a lot of different looks at him. I mean, Dylan Brooks guarded him a good amount. Jalen Green saw him a little bit. They even tried to like bring Mark Williams in there because Denny likes to drive to the basket a lot, and it just, yeah, they just seem to not really be able to get him off his spot or
That was supposed
want to
to
bring
be
double teams. But
that was what you're supposed to do, Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
That's his job on this team, is to be like the mini Draymond and really give that number one option some fits.
Well, he was 15 of 22, 3 of 8 from 3, and 8 of 13 from the line. So he did not.
Yeah.
Shooting wise, didn't look like he was giving them fits. 41, 7, and 12.
He was
in this one.
He was cooking.
Yeah.
That's what cooled off Jalen Green, because he had 30 probably maybe like halfway through the fourth. They really just shut him down through the end of that game. And
yeah, I think what made it really tough for Phoenix is they couldn't, like, the threes were falling, and that's where their defense can struggle. Where it's like if they've got to stay and help on the perimeter, they're just not very great at stopping, like at one-on-one, like stopping a talented scorer from getting to the basket, which will, if they do make it in, is going to be another problem for them. For OKC, if they start hitting threes like that.
And that team can shoot the lights out. So that series wouldn't even be that would just be rough to watch.
Well, we'll see. I still think they have a good chance of beating whoever makes it in over out of LA or Golden State. Just Golden State's way too thin, and actually, I don't know, man. The Clippers might beat this team. They just might.
Yeah.
Clippers got a pretty talented bunch. Kawhi is still, he's playing some incredibly high level basketball right now.
And I mean, at this point, it's like just Curry and Draymond.
Yeah,
so
basically.
there's like they've got.
Okay, I guess Kristaps Porzingis is there too.
He just didn't really ever get going like I thought they were. Because once he got there, Curry got injured, and then he was injured. So they haven't had a real good chemistry or really good flow all year. And they got to get some more depth on that roster.
They definitely do. I think this is, I mean, if I was Golden State, this would be the end of the career. I just don't think you can. You got to start rebuilding.
Yeah.
I know, like, that's your greatest player in franchise history, but I mean, like, if for a bit, like, both of y'all's sakes, like, I mean, you got, like, if he wants to keep playing, here's not the place he's going to win a championship. Not
LeBron got teamed up with Luka.
Yeah, we'll say maybe Adam Silver will make the call, and let's see who's a franchise that's got a star player that they'd want to get out of a. Well, I mean, Dallas was a big market, so I don't even know. Like,
true. They're kind
like
of
who's getting, who would even get traded? Like that, like somehow
be Kyrie go over to the.
I was gonna say like somehow like he gets Tyrese Maxey, you know. That would be. They wouldn't really. That wouldn't be as great of a fit though, because they don't need 2-point guards.
Yeah, especially with Curry now, he's not going to be running around and moving off ball like he was. Playing in different ways to conserve energy.
Let's see who's in the lottery that could go there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm blanking at the moment, but
I mean, there's a lot of guys on the there. I mean, does good AJ end up on the Warriors? Some magnificent trade happens. They want to get a lottery pick in this draft.
Giannis. So Giannis will somehow end up there. That's who it's going to be. To keep Curry in there and save the Golden State, bring them back to some relevance.
Yeah,
I mean that would make a lot of sense. They're a team that's going to probably have a lottery pick. We all know it's rigged. You give up Giannis and you get a top 5 draft. You get the number 1 draft pick.
So that was the first name that came to my mind when we started talking about rebuilding them. And it's like, who's on the market? Yeah. Who could they trade?
I'm a little embarrassed it took me that long to like finally get there.
I just didn't want to say it because, like, what? That's just.
I don't know if adding just Giannis is going to be enough for that team, but I mean, like, if Jimmy gets healthy,
I don't want Giannis on the Western Conference.
Yeah,
there's already enough. Like, we got to keep some star power over in the Eastern Conference.
So again, I'm going to put the Timberwolves in the East.
So they're going to add 2 teams over there. At this point, put Denver in the Eastern Conference. Let us. I'm tired of having to play the freaking 1 and 2 seed just to get to the finals. That's stupid. I'm tired of that. Let's go ahead and put us. I want to play freaking Orlando, and we'll go and play an injured 76ers team. That sounds like a good time to get to the finals. Let's do it. Let's do it. I want the star of the other team. I want a tendon in his body to just explode in the very last seconds of the game. That's how we're gonna get there. Like, come on now.
Our path to the finals
we're at doom and desperation. Doom and despair is the Denver Nuggets road to the playoffs every year. It's back to
play
back.
Orlando, the Hawks, and like New York or Boston to get to the finals. Like I'm all right with that.
Yeah. It's like, no, we got to go to 7 games in the first, second, and the conference finals.
If they want to make the finals, their most likely path is going to be, I mean, they have to play the Timberwolves round 1, and then probably San Antonio, and then if they beat San Antonio, probably OKC, if we're being honest. Like, their biggest rival in the league right now. Like the Nuggets Timberwolves games are blood.
They're always insane
every time. It's been like that for like 3 or 4 years now.
It doesn't even matter if like one team goes up 20. There's been times like 40 point comebacks and then the other team wins. You're like, what the hell?
Those games are absolute bloodbaths, and like Anthony Edwards and Nikola Jokic will have some of their most incredible performances in those matchups. I mean, Jokic has dropped a 61-point triple-double and had like a 56, 22, 15 game against them. Ant averages like 37, dude, or something ridiculous. And he I'm pretty sure his 3-point shooting jumps up in that matchup too. And like
shout out Reggie Jackson.
Yeah.
Is that picture from a couple of years ago, and Anthony Edwards broke his ankles, dropped him down both knees,
just cooked him.
Still had his hands up though. He's a dog, all heart.
Yeah. And then if you get through that, you're like, that's gonna just be a tough physical series that could easily go to 7 games because the Timberwolves are just like that. Even though I think that like this year we probably match up a little bit better against them.
Got more size. Yeah, I like it.
It'll still be just a difficult battle because like those we just bring out the best in each other.
The Nuggets bring out the best in every team.
It seems like that.
So
yeah.
Like whoever Spencer Jones is going to be guarding is going to make some crazy shots over him. Even if he's there with the hand up.
That's not even Spencer. I don't know why David Adelman twice was like, yo, Spence, go.
He was there. They just made tough shots on him. Like he's
there.
He's got a hand up.
Like that's not even like Spencer Jones getting like burned by like a bum or something. Though, like those are literally the two best point guards in the league. So it's
Here
like,
you go.
what are you gonna do? Like, I mean, those are like, you want to talk point guards? It's 1A, 1B, like those two guys right there. Like that's a tough ask to do it one-on-one, and they asked them to do it twice against the two best guys in the league. Like, come on now.
Every year the Nuggets bring out the best in every team.
Yeah.
We had to go to 7 games against the goddamn Clippers last year. God damn.
We've played a more 7-game series than any other team since like 2020. It's insane, bro. We don't go down easily, but like teams like really play us. I don't know what it is, but yeah, they get a lot of their best. It's crazy.
I was sad to see though in the Portland Phoenix game, Colin Gillespie. We still got your jersey up here in the studio. Your signed Nuggets one from the championship season that we got from the boy H Train up here.
Dude. Shout out my guy Colin.
He had a great season this year. Tough game in this one, but he's got another chance to bounce back. He's got one more chance. 1 for 4, 1 for 3. I mean, the whole season though, he was kind of looking like a legit starter when Jalen Green was out. He played pretty solid minutes all year, and went from a guy that was like just fighting to be in the league. It's got a pretty solid roster spot on the Suns. Because I mean, looking over here, they're probably getting rid of Royce O'Neal before they get rid of old Colin Gillespie.
Definitely.
Royce O'Neal. It feels like he's been on the Suns since freaking Charles Barkley's been on there, but he's been on the Nuggets, and Royce O'Neal is
I just can't
OG
imagine
veteran,
Royce
man.
O'Neal in any other jersey than a Suns jersey. Like, I know he's played for other teams, but to me, he's just been a lifelong Suns player.
Every time they're in the playoffs, he's breaking shots.
All right, well, Cayman, let's we got a couple more.
He was clutch in 2021 though.
A couple more playing games. Let's predict those for the viewers. So tonight, 76ers Magic. Who do you got?
You go with the Sixers.
Yeah, I go,
They don't
either
have
way.
Embiid, so I can root for them.
Yeah. Also, like
VJ Edge cone.
Paul George been hooping the last 2 months of the season. Like, is playoff P making their return?
He might.
Is he back? Is Paul George back?
Ball game.
We
need to see some of that in those playoffs from him.
They killed podcast P so that playoff P can be revived, bro. He's coming back. I'm feeling it. He's been nice. And then, yeah, Tyrese has been balling his mind out. And not having Embiid's definitely going to hurt them a little bit on the boards. But I think Orlando just is too...
Big game from Drummond.
Yeah.
Incoming 20 rebounds from Andre Drummond.
I don't trust Orlando's offense enough. And so I'm going with the 76ers here. Then the Clippers and the Warriors tonight. I got to go with the Clippers.
Yeah.
I think they've just got a little more depth. I really like how Benedict Mathurin's gelled with that team. Kawhi Leonard still playing defense at an incredibly high level, and his scoring has just been, I mean, it's crazy to say, but it's been one of his better scoring seasons, like whether it's isolation, catch and shoot. And honestly, like he's been, like he can run things like the pick and roll and facilitate as well. Like he's just been playing at a super high level on both ends of the floor. I just don't know if the Warriors really got anybody I trust to stop him. So then that would leave our final 2 play-in matchups before we make NBA playoff predictions, should everything come to pass. First, Orlando and Charlotte. Who do you think wins that matchup?
Orlando. Yeah, I'd go with Charlotte.
I'm going to go with Charlotte too. Yeah. I honestly don't see the Hornets shooting that bad from 3 again. I think that, maybe like some nerves and some excitement, but I could see them being just a little more accurate. And I mean, some of that was just, like bad bounces or whatever. So like, I don't foresee the rim being that unforgiving, again, which could be a big difference for them. And yeah, again, like I just don't trust that the offense of Orlando. One thing that like not having a great point guard I can do is that you have more turnovers, and if Orlando, this could easily turn into a game where there's a lot of turnovers for Orlando, because Charlotte does play some. They play some scrappy defense. They're not the greatest defensive team, but they can be scrappy. And they got a couple of solid defenders, and if they start to have turnovers or it's just like careless passes or bad passes, transition points are going to be big for the Hornets. So then our next series would be the Suns and the Clippers. Honestly, I might go with the Clippers here.
I'm gonna say the Clippers also.
Same thing where I feel like it's the depth.
They don't have anyone to stop Kawhi.
Right. And I think like Jalen Green's not that efficient of a shooter where you don't need to waste Kawhi Leonard on him. Like Kawhi is going to probably be guarding. He could guard Devin Booker and just really make his life difficult. And so you're going to have to rely
on
one
guy scoring a bunch. They're just going to switch. He can guard Jalen Green, and he can guard Dylan Brooks. And I mean, 1 through 5 really. Jordan Goodwin, he's just about as big as Mark Williams too.
I like Mark Williams too, but like Brooke Lopez is gonna probably bully him.
Yep.
And in the interior, so that's gonna be that feels like a bit a mismatch for me as well. So,
and it's tough now that the only playoff experience that you have on this team is from Colin Gillespie, Royce O'Neal, Devin Booker.
And Dylan Brooks went to the postseason with Memphis.
Dylan Brooks was in the he
and they taunted
LeBron
finals. And just got embarrassed.
He's been in the playoffs a bit, but
Jalen Green went last year with Houston.
Oh yeah,
it didn't go well.
It didn't go well for him. He's really
all right.
It's a rough showing.
So then that would bring us to a round 1 matchup. So we'll start in the East with, subject to change, but it's Detroit and Charlotte. Who wins this series and in how many games, Caveman?
Detroit probably takes them out 4 or 5 games. Maybe Hornets win 1 at home. Yeah. Get a real good shooting night.
I think
Hyde going crazy.
This is a sweep to me. I like Hornets are a fun team, but the Pistons are a very hungry roster. Disappointed with how their season went last year. They were all business this year. They're a very good defensive team, and with how bad, not like necessarily bad, but like Charlotte's not a great defensive team, and that I think benefits the Pistons, where it's like that's going to like make them a little like that's going to really open them up offensively because they're just going to have some good matchups in there. Yeah, I think the Pistons probably sweep here. All right, Cleveland and Toronto is an intriguing matchup here, man. The Raptors look really good, but they're a little inexperienced. I'm trying to think who on that roster's got recent playoff experience. Scotty hasn't been yet. They've got, let's see, Brandon Ingram. It's kind of been a while. Is it Jakob Poeltl? Is that who they still technically got starting at center?
Yeah.
I'm like spacing on who their guards are.
Freaking Emmanuel Quickly
and
RJ Barrett.
And Barrett. Okay.
I mean, they have some playoff experience, but
See,
like
against the
they
real,
don't have playoff experience being like a starting player.
That's true.
That's the difference, really.
Against a very experienced Cavaliers squad, that's been, this is their third, fourth year in a row with Donovan Mitchell and that team and a pretty similar core going to the playoffs. I do think that they do match up fairly well against the Cavs. I mean, they've got enough size to match the front court. And I think the guard play, while it isn't going to be nearly as good as Harden Mitchell, will be sufficient for them to steal a game or two. I like all the talent and depth that Toronto has. I just think Cleveland's the more experienced team, and I trust. This is a crazy thing to say, but I do trust Harden and Mitchell more than I Quickly and Barrett. So I'm gonna have to go with Cleveland in 6.
Let's say, yeah, that's what I think as well. Could very well be though. Scotty Barnes probably could bring this game to 7 if he has a pretty amazing scoring night inside. We'll see if he gets the best of Evan Mobley in a couple of these matchups. I could definitely see it going to 7. But I agree with you. It's probably most likely in 6.
That'll probably have to be Toronto's X factor. Is
Scotty's gonna have to show up.
Yeah, he's gonna have to beat Mobley. I think that'll be because there's a good chance Harden and Mitchell are gonna combine for like 50, 60 a night, and so as much as I like Quickly and Barrett and what they've done this season, I don't know if they're gonna just be able to match the offensive output, and that's not even to mention all the points those guys can generate.
Yeah, for
off
other
of assists.
people.
So
they're gonna draw so much attention that Jared Allen,
and
Pirtle's gonna they're gonna make Pirtle get out there and move, and
that's true.
Try to get out there and guard that pick and roll.
And even though Mobley's had a little bit of more of a down year, it just wasn't as impressive as what he did last year. He's still a phenomenal defender, so that's going to be a tough matchup. Where and that's the thing is Scotty is it's difficult because that's obviously Toronto's best defender, but we're depending on where you want to put him on the floor. Harden especially is just so good finding those bigs, and even Mitchell too. He's just so quick and shifty that it's hard to put a bigger defender on him.
I feel like defensively you might even just don't even have Pirtle roam the paint and be that guy, that help side defender. And wherever the ball action is happening, have Scotty on that big. Because Scotty Barnes is athletic enough where I feel like he can get up there with Jared Allen.
I think that'll be
pin some of that. It's not going to be mainly just him on Mobley. It's going to be a tough series for him. We're going to see if he's really like that or not, because this is going to be a huge moment for him in this series. If that's how they choose to go, that would be putting a lot on his shoulders.
I think he will have to they'll try to use him more as that roamer, and his athleticism to kind of be a sort of rim protector as well, and try to deter those lobs and that action inside off of the pick and roll. This is probably my most anticipated matchup of the first round.
I really want to see this one.
Really looking forward to this one. This is going to be a good series as well, though, because there's a little bad blood between these teams. It's unfortunate that Trae Young isn't there still.
They still got some decent play.
Yeah, but the Knicks and the Hawks, again, like I said, a little intriguing. Just the Hawks are a fun team. Nickeil Alexander-Walker's kind of been balling for them. I think he'll be huge. He'll probably have to be guarding Brunson the most, and then it'll just be interesting. How can Atlanta, are they going to be able to attack and exploit, those kind of the defensive vulnerabilities from that Cat and Brunson give you? That'll probably help them win a game, but again, New York I think is just too experienced, and
It's gonna be
they've
tough
got
too because one of your best guys.
they've got some of the best chemistry, and they're starting 5 too. So
One of your best guys is also pretty much going to be matched up with one of their best defenders.
Yeah.
You're kind of in one of those moments where,
Jalen
Johnson is going to either be on OG Anunoby, or, I mean, even Mikal Bridges is a pretty fine defender and has great length. Like, they can pretty much match him up with their best defender, and they don't have to worry about all that in this series anymore because there's not Trae Young to generate so many points off assists, be a 3-point threat.
Yeah. So for that reason, I think the Hawks will get 1, but I'm going to go with New York in 5. All right.
This one, I feel like that one's the sweep to me in this.
Okay.
They'd probably sweep them.
I can see that, yeah.
You guys are getting a bunch of gifts on TikTok. Tell Jesse, tell Batty Bitch, tell all of them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sent you guys 7 galaxies.
Whoa.
Hey, all right.
Hey, shout out. We just
nice
to our TikTok viewers.
All right. Heck yeah. What's
Sound
their
guy
names
just
again?
told us.
What's their names again, Joel?
Well, we've got Batty Bitch 256.
All right.
Shout out Batty
yeah.
Bitch.
We got Crayon Closet.
All right.
We got Jesse.
Jesse, let's go.
And we've got Brittany.
Brittany, shout out. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far, other than that, yeah. We're doing good.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
Heck yeah.
Love
Thank
that.
you
Hope
for-
you're enjoying all the talk about the NBA playoffs. And we're going on to our next matchup to predict here. We got the Celtics versus the 76ers, according to our predictions here. We think they're going to come out and win that 7 seed in the play-in. Again, this is to be a series that I think will be very determined by how available Joel Embiid is. Here's the thing. I think Boston wins this series regardless of if Embiid is there.
This depends on how many games it'll take.
Yeah, I think if they have him healthy for most of the series, just because Boston doesn't have super strong center play. Like, I like Valanciunas. I think Cade has been really good, but if Embiid's healthy and playing and his usual dominant self, that's going to be a big miss.
Yeah, that's worked
for them there.
Because he's so much bigger than those guys.
Yeah, he's just got Cade is a little undersized as a center. Even though he's got good strength, and then Valanciunas, Vucevic has got the height, but he's kind of skinny for a big guy. So if Embiid is available for most of this series, I think this could go to 7. These are 2 pretty matched teams. They've got the advantage in Tatum and Brown, who I think are gonna, it's going to be really hard to stop those guys for Philly. And then Derek White matches up really good on what's his name? On Max, Derek White's a really good defender. And if Boston gets it going from 3, they'll be tough to stop. But I think Embiid, being available and his presence inside, he's going to demand double teams. He's going to demand extra help because it's just going to be too hard for Keita and Vucevic to stop him one-on-one. And that's going to open up some other things.
Batty Bitch,
for those guys.
Batty Bitch says that you guys need to slow your roll, that you guys are great, but give my sons a chance. That's my team, y'all.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry about
still got another chance to stay in the playoff.
And it could really go either way against them and the Clippers. We're tentatively on LA, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Suns pulled that off for sure. Although, as much as much as I hate to say, I don't think either team stands much of a chance against OKC round 1. And that's actually where we're going to jump to next. Thunder versus our predictions, the Clippers.
Clippers win a game.
I think they could probably get one off in LA. That's all I'm
home
getting.
game.
Oh, we didn't. Okay. I'm gonna say
we never gave our prediction on how many games
for the Celtics. I'm gonna say Embiid does stay mostly available. I'll say this goes to 6. I feel like he's gonna probably miss a game or something. So I'll say Celtics in 6.
That seems fair. I wanted some great series all playoffs long.
This will be another good one. These
Nuggets can get lucky and sweep everyone.
Yeah.
And everyone else can have a tough road. How about that?
Yeah. All right. Well, back over to the Thunder versus the Clippers. Yeah, I mean it's
5 gentlemen sweep.
I think so. Like I think LA could definitely sneak one out here, but this is still like one of these historically good defenses, even if they kind of get away with some fouls a lot. And then it's just their ability to swarm. I mean, like you have like multiple guys that you can leave one-on-one, and they're just their rotations are so good. And Shea, he's such a great isolation scorer that it's hard to not bring a double team onto him, and that's where things can open up. And like I expect Jalen Williams to be healthy as well. Those two offensively are just going to be a real challenge to stop.
Tough.
And like they've got that formula, like Brook Lopez. He's not gonna they're gonna put iHeart on him because he's got the size and the by the matchup. Chet roaming as a rim protector. It's just such a tough defense to score on. And like a dude like Lou Dort on Kawhi Leonard, like as much as I hate Lou Dort, like he's got a great build and body type to match up again. Like because he's a stockier defender as well. Like so Kawhi can't just back him down and post him up. And then he can defend the perimeter fairly well. And they've been just resting their guys up as they've been kind of coasting towards the end of the season. This is going to be a fully healthy, ready to go Thunder team. So I think they take them down in 5.
Yeah. Or I mean, either team could steal a game there against the Thunder, but I think the 1 seed definitely moves on. This one I'm excited for. Lakers, Rockets. Got LeBron, Luka. When is Austin Reeves going to be back soon?
That's actually what I'm out here about to look at. I want to know what those guys' injury status is. Man, it doesn't look promising. Right now it says that they're both out till May 1st, potentially. So, yeah, I mean, it's LeBron's going to have to be a hero in this series.
Yeah, I mean, their offense all year, they did have some really good runs where they found some good action with LeBron in the post. And they set a lot of good screens where they wouldn't have him slip to the basket to cut, where he would actually just go down to that low block, and that would be the beginning of their play to get one of their shooters open and get him one of those have someone else cut for him, another guy pop out for a 3. That's where their offense was really going. They get LeBron going in the post like they had been. I mean, they could win this series pretty easily with their shooting.
I don't see it, man. Like LeBron's been great for a young guy, but it's just been or not for a young guy, for an old guy rather, but It's
he's LeBron. He's always been.
This is probably going to be a fully healthy Houston team. I don't trust DeAndre Ayton at all to guard Alfred Sengun.
You just having trouble catching the ball.
Jackson Hayes is he ain't gonna. He's dealing with a foot thing. Like he's an all right defender and everything, but yeah, he's not gonna. I don't know if he's gonna stop Sengun either. And then I don't trust a lot of other guys on the Lakers to be able to score. Like the reason they were able to win so many games is because Luka could just go out there and score 30, 35 every night. That's what that's kind of what they needed to win. You don't have the you just don't have the scoring output or the offensive gravity. And I think with a team like Houston, you're gonna need to be able to, like, your scorers, just your other guys are not great shot creators. They're not gonna do great with contests. You need a guy, you need a guy like Luka to really open up the score, like the floor, and give these dudes some easier looks. Like, I mean, who's gonna really challenge the Rockets out there? Jared Vanderbilt, like, come on. Bronny James. I mean, LeBron's gonna just see probably a lot of looks. He's a good passer, but like he's gonna have to just win isolation scoring 1-on-1, and it's like you're gonna have like a 41-year-old getting guarded by a like 22-year-old wing that's got, just incredible freakish athleticism.
Yeah, it's probably just probably be Jabari Smith
or Amen Thompson. Like, it's just going to be one of those two that are going to be on him. Like, and I think if you're Houston, you can live with just like letting LeBron try to score, like, and staying on your guy. You don't need to send too many doubles. That, like, I can just I'm cool just
that's
LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron scoring is not gonna beat the Rockets. Him being able to get everybody else some numbers and up his assists. If he's got like 8 or 9 assists in this game, the Rockets lose. Like,
LeBron could have 34, but if he's only got like 5 or 6 assists, I'm like, that's a win. Like, we're winning that game. Like, he's a incredibly talented and crafty scorer even in his old age. Like even if like they've got the athleticism of advantage, like, he's still probably going to score baskets. He's still incredibly strong and with great touch. But I can live with him getting some twos and stuff like that. I'm not getting run off the 3-point line. And
don't let Luke Kennard get hot.
Right.
Like,
I'm gonna win the battle in the paint with my bigs, because they're better than theirs, and LeBron's the biggest threat. Like, we'll put our best defenders on him and just, let youth take on experience and live and die by that. Maybe I'll be wrong, but I think that's how I see this playoff series going. That being said, do I think they get swept? I think that there's a good chance that they can probably get a game in.
Let's say the Rockets in
LA.
6.
I'll go with the Rockets in 6.
Lakers do got home court for the first 2, which makes me feel like,
I feel like this series could start.
They win the first 2. ESPN's all over their schlong, and then they end up losing the series.
I think this could start like 1-1, and then we kind of see like a 2-1-1. Like something like that. The Rockets taking 6. All right. So we got our next matchup. It's our Nuggets versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. And this is going to be a bloodbath, man. These teams always, like we were talking about earlier, these two teams just bring out the best in each other, and it's going to be another one of those bloodbath series. I'm also watching the TikTok. Thank you guys for sending all the gifts. I'm seeing.
Appreciate it.
Patty bitch, she's going crazy with it. Danielle, I'm seeing that name in there.
All of
Thank
those
you guys.
gifts are wonderful donations to the station of
Right.
MBR. You're donating to help veterans. So
Right.
thank you.
All these things go. This is like MBR is able to use these gifts to, teach veterans classes, get them resources, help them in crisis. So they all go to just a really, really great cause. All right, man, this is going to be, I think I'm just going to preliminarily say this goes to 7. I don't want it to go to 7, but like, these teams, man, they play each other so hard. This has got to be, maybe I'm biased, but I think this is the best rivalry in the NBA we've got right now.
It's really good.
There's like a beautiful level of like mutual hatred, but also respect, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, like, this is a series that will have Rudy Gobert hitting like fadeaway one-legged jump shots
on the shot
to beat
clock.
the buzzer. So, yeah, I gotta say it goes to 7. I think Denver takes it though, and the reason for that is that they don't have. I mean, like, I don't know if they're going to want to run Naz Reid in the starting lineup. I don't think so. You want him coming off the bench, but where they were able to be successful against Denver last time, I think Cat defending Jokic straight up and then having Gobert sort of roam and help was a big thing. And then, yeah, Nikhil Alexander-Walker played really physical defense on Jamal Murray that kind of made him uncomfortable. I don't think it's probably going to be DiVincenzo there. But the other big problem with that is being able to bring help to Jokic. It's going to be tough to do because the Nuggets are the best 3-point shooting team in the league this year. Like,
that's what's different now is that we got a little bit more depth. There's more shooters. I mean, Joker's all right. We get 20-something assists. I mean, he's had plenty of games where it's fine. He's had 4 points, 20 assists. Like however many rebounds with it.
Yeah. And I mean, if you're going to just give him, like, we've seen this before too, where like when Gobert's got to just guard him one-on-one, or I mean, even like with Wemby, who's like the best defensive player in the league we've got right now. Like, no matter how good of a defender you are, like Jokic is just the best offensive player of all time. He's going to his touch, his footwork. It's just, it doesn't matter how good of a defender you are. Like, he's just going to beat that most of the time. You might win a few reps, but he's just probably going to win.
Yeah.
And in the past, like, yeah, you could let Gobert roam, put another big on him. And it's like, they could do that with Julius Randle, which Randle's still a little smaller than Jokic. He's a forward. So like, he might have some struggle trying to stop Jokic from backing him down. But then, like, if you're going to let Gobert, like, who's Gobert going to like leave, right? To kind of creep up into the paint with, like, Aaron Gordon can't do that. He's shooting 40% from 3. That's going to be a huge difference. Cam Johnson, he's a knockdown 3-point shooter.
They're just going to have to.
You put him on Christian Brown. Well, if Christian Brown gets that ball and gets a chance to drive, like, Gobert, he'll probably catch him on a few, but Brown's quick. Like, he's probably just going to beat Gobert to the spot most of the time. Or we could just take Christian Brown out and put in Tim Hardaway Jr. So
they had the way that they can win this, I feel like, is if they just play it neutrally. Is that I feel like Julius Randle would be a better matchup to put on Aaron Gordon. And you might just have to go straight up one-on-one. Don't play anyone too close and let them burn by you, but also don't play too far back and let them shoot a 3. Like, they have to play as neutrally as possible. They can't. They might just have to. It might just have to be similar to how the Rockets may beat the Lakers. Our prediction of just kind of letting the guy go crazy and just guard your man on the outside and don't let those shooters get going. Don't let the Jamal Murray pick and roll action get going. Just deny him the ball on the perimeter and let Joker go. That might be how the Timberwolves attack us defensively. That's the only way I feel like they actually had that good of a chance. Because if our guys are hitting, Joker's gonna have 10 plus assists, and we're gonna easily, even if that game is tough, that's way more winnable.
I do think right now though, Denver matches up better, but that might be what they try to do. We're shooting the three incredibly well. Like, yeah, maybe we just try to take that away. I mean, we've seen to some varying degrees of success, like make Jokic just score and you can beat them, but like also like you're gonna need like somebody else on the other end to like pop off and go crazy. I think the big thing is just to try to get Denver. It's not necessarily that you're going to stop them defensively, but that you're going to outpace them offensively. Like if you can slow them down or limit how explosive they are offensively, we're not the strongest team defensively, but like if Peyton Watson and Aaron Gordon are healthy, that's going to be huge for our defensive rotation. And like, yeah, like Gordon will probably, I mean, that'll be a good question who he guards. I mean, like, honestly, he might be on Anthony Edwards, which might be a little tougher of a matchup for him than Christian Brown. The only thing is, I think like we don't want to put get Brown ending up on like Julius Randle. That might be a nightmare. So like that'll be
He's gonna have to take it up with Ant-Man.
Yeah. So that could be where this series could be really won and lost. So is like how if Brown can affect who can like, I don't think you're going to stop either of them all too much, but who can slow down Jokic and Ant more? Can Gobert slow down Jokic more? Can Christian Brown, Gordon, Peyton Watson, like some combination of them slow down Ant more? I think either way, like these teams are going to put up points. Like Minnesota, I think you're just going to have to try to keep up with Denver offensively. Cause like, I mean, when Jokic and Murray are on the floor, that's a 131 offensive rating. When Jokic, Murray, and Gordon are all on the floor, it's a 135 rating. Like it's just historically such a great offense.
Yeah.
You kind of just have to try to score with them or have a historically great defense, which Timberwolves aren't a bad team defensively, but they're nowhere near historically great. But we're going to say Nuggets in 7. And then we'll get to our final matchup. Just sent the shiny air balloons. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, BB 256. All this going to a great cause. But yeah, we got our final matchup here. Then we'll also drop some NHL predictions for you as well as those playoff series start soon. But Spurs Trailblazers here. This is a real interesting one. I kind of think this one is a sweep. The Spurs are just such a good team defensively, and you like the thing with that might be that you can maybe get San Antonio in a disadvantage is if you've got like a pretty high percentage 3-point shooting center that like won't allow Wemby to roam in the paint and come on that help side defense. I don't think Donovan Clingan and what's the other dude's name that plays for them sometimes? I'm blanking on other something, but they're not all too notable. So I don't think they're gonna be
Clingan though. He did lead the league regular season rebounds. He almost got 1,000 rebounds this season.
I mean, he's super tall. Like he'll be a formidable match for Wemby just defensively because he's like Wemby's 7'4", Clingan's 7'2". So like he's got the height. he's a pretty thick center too. So I mean that'll be big. Like I think he will give them a solid advantage where like they won't just get killed rebounding. But I think like where a lot of the offense comes is Denny Advia's ability to drive. But with Wemby there, that's going to be very tough to do. He's just the best rim protector in the league. And then you've got some guys that can be real just dogs on the perimeter that I think will make it tough for the 3-point shooting to get going. I just think that the Spurs style of basketball really plays well and counters the Trailblazers style. I could maybe see them getting a game, but I think more likely we're getting a sweep in this series.
Yeah.
Maybe if Lillard's healthy, but I don't see that happening either. I don't know. Is he supposed to play? They had him in street clothes for the play-in game, so like I feel like if he was gonna be good to go, he'd be in for that one as well. But
yeah,
I don't think we're gonna see him this year. Let's see. Yeah, it says until October 1st, so they're not.
Yeah, no.
He's out till next year.
He's too old. Like that much early of a comeback.
Mm-hmm. And then plus you got to think
of 18 forever.
Yeah, plus you got to think about like the Spurs like depth, like who's gonna, who on the Blazers bench is gonna really like affect Dylan Harper too much, like to have such a talented rookie player like that coming off your bench is just such a luxury thing there. And yeah, like Castle, I think, is going to have a big series as well. So the only thing that might keep this close, both teams, not a ton of playoff experience. A lot of these young guys, it's going to be their first moment on this big of a stage. So we'll see, what the composure that always plays a factor, and mistakes that don't normally get made kind of happen because the moment can get too big sometimes for these guys. So maybe that translates to the Spurs dropping a game or two. But I am going I think just based on on paper, I think San Antonio's just got a large advantage here.
Yeah. Going with the Spurs.
All right. Boom. Well, let us know what you think of our NBA playoff predictions. As you can tell, big basketball fans here. We're hyped for the NBA playoffs. But we're also going to give some love. We might not be as big of hockey guys, but we got to give some love to the NHL, man. And the NHL playoffs.
Let's go on our first.
Okay, we'll actually
music break first.
We'll go ahead and take a quick music break, and then we'll come back and jump into some NHL playoff predictions. Then we'll give you a WNBA draft recap, and we'll also go through UFL Week 3, some of the action we saw there. So stay with us. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the station that's giving our veterans a voice, NBR. We'll be right back.
On the front lines we stand side by side, with courage and strength that we won't let slide. Through the chaos, our hearts beat as one. Each brother's a soldier, into battle we run. When the shots ring out, we won't back down. In the silence of loss, we'll wear our crown. We are soldiers, brothers in arms. Through fire and fury, we weather the storms. In unity, forged through the blood that we've shed, together we stand. living for the dead. Each step we take through the mud and the pain, memories linger like the echoes of rain. We fight for the fallen, our spirit won't break. In honor we carry their names in our wake. Though the cost is high, our bonds grow tight. In the darkest of hours we'll shine our light. We are soldiers, brothers in arms. Through fire and fury we weather the storms. In unity forged through the blood that we've shed. Together we stand, living for the day. With every heartbeat we carry their name. In the brotherhood force we'll never be the same.
Dream big, start small, but most of all, start.
Whenever things get rough or it feels like you're at the edge, remember this: storms pass.
Tough times don't last, but tough people do.
All
right, everybody. We were looking live at Till the Final Whistle. Let's give ourselves some predictions for the NHL playoffs here. We got the bracket finally all set. Pretty sure those first games are tonight.
I think they got a few more regular season games, but at this point, everyone's fallen into place. So there's not, they're just playing them out for the schedule, but nobody's going to get jumped or get out. Everybody's clinched where they're at. So in the Eastern Conference, the Sabres, they've got the Y, which means they've clinched the division title. And then you've got X for clinch the playoff berth. That's on Tampa Bay, Montreal,
team,
Boston, and Ottawa.
Not every spot's clinched, but majority of them are.
Who's still in clinch? Says everybody's that isn't in is eliminated. Unless ESPN hasn't updated their standings. But then I guess it says Philly's right.
It's just not every the identity, all the teams that are there are going to be in, but the seeding can change.
Oh, okay. All right, that makes sense. Yeah, there's still a chance that I think Philly and Pittsburgh, it's like who's going to have home ice. That's something that could flip there. It looks like the Atlantic got both of the wild cards. So Ottawa, I don't think they can catch Boston. I don't think there's enough time unless they win both of their games and Boston loses in regulation. The West, we got the Kings. Maybe they can trade places with Anaheim and not have to play the Avalanche round one. That would be cool for them. But we're going to base our predictions off of what the bracket is if the season ended today. I do think there's a pretty good chance that this holds up, save for maybe one or two things getting flipped. I think this will be pretty much what our field's looking like here. So you want to start in the East again, or do we start in the West this time, Caveman?
Let's go to the West.
Hey, I was just gonna share with you guys real quick. You guys do a nice little shout out to Batty Bitch and to DJ Danielle.
Yeah, I saw them.
And to JJ Sweet
blowing
you
up the
guys are
chat.
at $12.80 for this thing. Every time you guys go on break, you guys get more money. Just throwing it out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
They send us gifts when we're not on the air.
Yeah.
All right. Makes sense.
I think they send gifts when the music videos are playing. I don't know. But I just wanted to let you guys know you guys are doing a good job.
Thank
you. Appreciate everyone tuning in. We're having a great time just talking sports this morning and sharing our thoughts here. Yeah, but which series did you say you wanted to start in, Caveman?
Let's go to the West. Let's just go to the Avalanche.
All right. Probably playing the Kings, maybe Anaheim, but I think it's going to be the Kings. Got to be honest with you, I think the Avs sweep them. They've just got so much talent and depth this season. LA,
they're on a downward little trend.
Yeah,
you know?
I think they just barely scraped into the playoffs here. Yeah, the Avs just got so many guys that they're so deep. They attack the zone so well. They're one of the best teams in killing the power play this season as well. And they've got just two goalies that they're playing fantastic this year, and Wedgwood and Scott Wedgwood and Mackenzie Blackwood. So I'm gonna go Avs in 4. Give them the sweep. Bring out the brooms. Bring out what is it? A broom in curling that they use? Is that what it's called? A broom?
Well, it's like like a brush or something.
Bring out the curling brush since we're on the ice.
Do the Zambonis. Bring out the Zambonis.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think LA gets one on the Avs?
No, this is probably a clean sweep for us. Our tough series is going to be in the next round against the winner of Dallas and Minnesota, because this is probably going to go to 7.
This is the best series of round 1 for sure. You look, Minnesota and Dallas have both had fantastic seasons.
Round 1 is best of 5, right?
I believe it's best of 7. I think they just went best of 7.
They changed it. Okay.
Yeah.
I swear, it used to be one of the series I thought was best of 5. But I mean, this one probably goes down to 7.
Yeah, this is going to come down to the final game. And 2 45+ win teams, tons of talent on both sides. Got some good goalkeeping, but they can also put up goals in a hurry.
Just way too many shooters in the West. That like this matchup right here is actually pretty even offensively. They're both really good.
So I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go Dallas in 7. Dallas in 7.
You know, I want the rematch, HG, but I like the up-and-comers in Minnesota.
Okay.
I'll go Minnesota in 7.
Those are a little biased. I do want the rematch for
I want
for
the
Avs,
rematch.
but yeah, I really could see this going either way. Go Deb. So he's Minnesota on Dallas in 7. Next matchup, we got Vegas taking on Utah. And this, honestly, even though Vegas is a 1 seed because they won the Pacific Division, I mean, the Mammoth have a better record, like are kind of the better team. The Pacific's pretty weak.
Better Zamboni. It's called the Zammoth.
The Zammoth.
Got horns on it and everything.
I saw that. That's so awesome.
They got a whole celebration every time it comes out now. Like it's a tradition to see the Zammoth.
I think this is another one. I could see this going to 7 just because Vegas is struggling a little bit, but honestly, I think they pull it out just because of their experience. Like the Mammoth are this
They're
young,
new.
fast paced team, and they've got they've had a really good year. But I think Vegas got some real experience, like real experienced guys in the playoffs, and this is probably going to lean towards the Golden Knights taking it. But I'll say the Mammoth taking the 7. I think they could definitely do that. Then we got
Let's go
Edmonton.
Vegas and 6.
Vegas and
on
6.
that
Okay.
one.
Not a bad prediction either. Then we've got Edmonton versus Anaheim. Anaheim's had a pretty fun and solid season. Edmonton's still got one of the best players in the world, Connor McDavid. And really, I mean, they didn't have quite the season we were all expecting them, but they're still here. I think again, like it's a team that's been just in the playoffs year after year, and I really think that the experience matters. You just those mistakes that can really cost you games, and that happen when the pressure gets to you. I think they'll avoid more of that. I'll go with Edmonton in 6 in this series.
Yeah. They had to make a huge comeback this year in the regular season to see that might say that I think they might win it in 5 for me, just because they've been so red hot going into this last chunk of the season, because they were not doing that great.
That's true. They've got a nice little win streak here.
They were one of the bottom teams in the Central a few months ago.
They didn't have to climb. Yeah, that is another thing that I think will be good for them. They're just they're clicking and getting hot at the right time.
I'll go with them in 5.
All right, I'm going to start that. All right, then we're going to jump over to the East, where our first one matchup and then wild card one is Buffalo versus Boston. Buffalo being the team with home ice here.
It's crazy. Boston, man, had freaking just got to see if the Red Sox make the playoffs. It's like all their teams got in. Celtics made the playoffs as 2 seed. Bruins are in the playoffs as a wild card, and the Patriots were in the Super Bowl. See if the Red Sox can do anything.
Yeah, Boston sports fans, you guys are spoiled. I'll tell you that.
They're back.
Always in the freaking
spotlight.
Man. They just always have like good teams. But we'll see. I don't know. The Red Sox might be shaky. But back to the Bruins in Buffalo. This could be one that goes a little longer just because the Sabres, again, one of those kind of younger, like up and coming teams that haven't been super good and relevant, at least in the past couple of years. But I think they still win this series. I'll take Buffalo in 6.
Yeah, I wanted to say a gentleman's sweep on this one, but they are a pretty young team. And if Boston comes out and plays real physical, they can take more than one.
And I mean, they got some passionate hockey fans up there in Boston. I think like that home ice will play a big role for Boston in those 2 games. But I think Buffalo will probably be able to get one on the road and then take care of business and on their home ice.
It's like earlier in the year and last year for Buffalo, they weren't that great in the physical side of the game, and they weren't really too good when it like moments where they needed to block out. They usually ended up, giving up possession or being down in numbers. But they really turned it around since then. I'll go with 6 as well, but they're a good squad. We've seen some weaknesses. That's why I'll say I'll go in 6.
And we got Montreal and Canada. And this is another one of those things where the potentially home ice could flip right now. Or sorry, Montreal and Tampa Bay. I just said Montreal and Canada. Well, the Montreal Canadiens and the Tampa Bay Lightning. And this is a series where home ice could flip to Montreal's favor. They're both at 106 because Tampa's got more wins. They're ahead. But say you drop a game, that's 0 points, and then like even just like an overtime loss or a win, and boom, that all of a sudden that flips. I would say like for the teams, we're just teams that play in like typically warmer areas, like the ice is just it's kind of tougher to skate through. Just kind of a byproduct of the climate. So you typically do better when you're that team in the warm climate. You're more used to that ice. So that could make a big difference in this one. Well, let's see, actually, who do those two teams got to close out the season against? We'll look at the Tampa Bay's their schedule first. They've got to close out the year. They're going to play the New York Islanders. Winnable game for them. So
Montreal.
Not a game that
They also got to play the Rangers.
Oh wait, the Rangers. I just flipped. I got the logos mixed up.
And then the Canadians actually lost last night. So this game doesn't mean as much to the Lightning anymore. We're now locked in as the higher seed in their opening round series. Okay.
Okay.
So that one's locked up now. But if
they've played their final game.
They lost last night, so it's still a pretty big game for them going into the playoffs. But they've locked up their home ice at least on that one.
All right. This is one, man. This could honestly also go to 7. Both two really good teams. I think Tampa Bay takes it, but I'd say it goes. I think it could go to 7. I'm gonna say Tampa Bay in 7.
I like that. This is probably going to be a tough series for both of them. This again, it's like the Dallas and Minnesota matchup where you got the two of the heaviest hitters in your conference are going face to face in the first round.
All right. Then we've got Carolina, who's just been they got another really dominant team. They've got a great goal differential. They went 7-2-1 in their final 10 games here, playing the Ottawa Senators, and this is your Division 1 or your Metropolitan winner versus your wild card 2 team. I think this one might be another sweep, man. Carolina's they're also looking like they really locked into and played some great hockey down the stretch to kind of lock up their division and to lock up the best record in their conference even. So, and I mean the Avs did end up winning the President's Trophy, but Carolina only had one less win than them. The only difference is the Avalanche were better at getting into overtime and taking, if they were going to lose, taking overtime losses over regulation losses. But yeah, this is another team where it's like Ottawa's kind of scrappy, but I think Carolina's just been so consistently good all year.
Probably take them in 5.
I'm going to go with the sweep here. I'm going to say Carolina sweeps them here. There's got to be, I think there's got to be some sweeps there's got to be probably at least 2. But I wouldn't be surprised if Ottawa gets a game, but I'm going to just lean towards the sweep here. All right, then that's going to bring us to our final game here.
Pittsburgh, the Pennsylvania teams going at it.
The battle for Pennsylvania.
Not really any home ice here because you don't really have to drive that far for either of the stadiums. It's like probably like 30 minutes to an hour if there's not too much traffic.
Yeah, so I don't think home ice doesn't really play that much of a factor here.
I think this one probably could go to 7.
Right. These are 2 pretty evenly matched teams. Each has got some, some experience. They've got veteran players and leaders on these teams. I'm gonna go with. I'm just I got Sidney Crosby still one of the all-time greats, so I'll give him the edge and his Penguins the edge here, and I think they take it. But I'm gonna say goes to 7. I'm gonna take it to 7.
I'm gonna say we go with the Penguins. I feel like I want to see some good old Sidney Crosby in the playoffs a few more times before he says goodbye, because it's pretty sad we don't have no Capitals action out here, no playoffs. Ovechkin,
Yeah.
that kind of stinks.
Dude, we have a lot of teams that made it last year that missed. So I mean,
some new up and comers, especially in the East. I like that.
Dude, like Florida and Toronto, both playoff teams last year, finished dead last and second place in the Atlantic. The Devils were in the playoffs last year. Same with the Capitals. Both of them missed out. Winnipeg, St. Louis, they also missed out. And then, LA barely made it. They almost missed out again, but they were in it last year, so they managed to get back. So I like that. We're seeing some. You've got some of your usual suspects, but you're getting some new faces in there. Some parity. So we'll see. But we finally know that there's going to be. Florida had one. They were what? They three-peated last year, if I remember correctly, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So we'll finally know. We'll finally have a new champion. We know that's coming.
It was either 3 or it was back to back.
Yeah, that was at least 2 in a row.
And I mean, it kind of opens up your draft lottery a little bit because, Detroit, the Rangers, they're going to be probably top 5 picks, and then you see where those other teams land you, because you still got San Jose did a lot better.
They were right there.
Calabrini was really solid for them. He was that teenager that they drafted. He was only 19. He was 18 or 19 when they got him, but rare NHL teenager to score 100 points in the league. So,
you've got the Preds, man. They barely missed out too, man. They were
right there.
They were so close. They just kind of collapsed at the end of the season. They lost 5 in regulation and 1 in overtime, and then only 4 victories in their last 10. So it wasn't a great finish for them, but they're another team that could definitely, at the right moves, be right back in the mix and potentially even above a wild card spot. Like they could be looking for.
I like that the race is close in the NHL. Because this Tampa Bay Lightning and Rangers game is for either the number 3 overall pick or the number 4 overall pick, depending on if Detroit beats Florida tonight. So those 2 games actually don't really mean anything for Florida or Tampa, but the team that they're playing against, it does kind of shake up their draft stock, whether they win or lose this game. And I mean, the Canucks are probably going to be in the lottery. Calgary is probably going to be in the lottery. Chicago may be there. And then you've got your teams that are like the top dogs that didn't have very good records this year, so they're probably going to be at least top 10. So it's a close race for top picks, and it doesn't seem like anyone is really tanking awfully. It's sometimes they just have bad years, sometimes they have great seasons. NHL is super entertaining.
It's going to be a fantastic playoff series. I'm super hyped because for both NBA and NHL playoffs, because I do think both my teams got a legit shot at the title. The Avs, I think, got the better shot than the Nuggets, just because they are overall probably the better team in their respective league. But never say never. It's a lot of fun. And hey, speaking of Denver teams winning championships, bro, the Denver Pioneers
doing it
NCAA
again.
record 11 national championships. They just won another
one more time
against Wisconsin. Dude, I mean, in all of college sports program histories, man, this is one of the greatest that you've got. I mean, this is up there with the UCLA winning 9 national championships. And their last 6 appearances in the national championship, they're 6-0 since since 2000. They've appeared in 6 national championships. 6-0, man.
That's pretty nuts.
Back to back too. They won it last year, and the Pioneers get another some more hardware for the trophy case. This was a pretty crazy game, man. Wisconsin was like in control. Like they had the puck in DU's zone way more. I mean, the shot attempt disparity was bad. Like going into the third period, it was like 21-5 shots on goal. But despite that, like fantastic defense and goalkeeping, just by the Pioneers defense and then Johnny Hicks, the freshman goalie, man. They brought this kid in. They made a change with him as a starter. 16-0-1 in his in his 17 starts, including the postseason, man. And like
right there,
it's 29 saves. He went 29 of 30 on saves in this game, man. He had quite a few shot attempts on him. Played a fantastic game. Yeah. Just had to give the Pioneers a shout out for them bringing home the national championship.
11 of the things, man. I want to go and see what that trophy case looks like at the school because how do you even have enough room for all that?
Ain't too far from us up here in the Work Simple Studios. Just a quick pop back on 36 to I-25 and then down the University Boulevard, head up DU. Great campus too.
We were much closer at the old stadium. The old
we were like
it was pretty
probably like
close.
10 minutes away. Like it was probably like 25, 30, depending on traffic. But
it's kind of in the middle of both spots though, thinking about it.
Yeah. Well, all right. We also have the WNBA draft on Monday night.
Before we go into that first round, you got some clips for everyone. Don't dive too deeply into the games, but go and check out last weekend's series. Top 5 softball action from Oklahoma and Texas over the weekend. Oklahoma won this series, moves up to number 2 team in the country, 2-1. So really good offensively. They were on the road in this series. They were playing in Texas. They had to go to Austin for this one, and it was a tough series. A lot of extra innings played. I mean, they just toughed it out. It's really hard when you're playing against a team like Texas and they have that much power batting. But they matched them. It was really good. Some really good defensive plays they had as well. To start off, winning game 1. This nice double play right here. We got to show you guys to win the game. Let's check this first one out.
Reaches down for it. Barker to second for 1. Over to first. Double play. And the Sooner defense comes up huge to win it in the bottom of the 7th.
One comment about that. Great play. Why is Oklahoma wearing gray and green uniforms? What?
They were green?
Well, like the numbers were green and their uniforms were gray.
Really? Hang on.
Look at that.
Reaches down for it. Barker to second for 1. Over to first. Double play.
It looks like it's be like maroon. That's what I thought. It was like maroon and gray, like the red.
Maybe I have some color blindness. I didn't know that looked green to me.
Somebody let us know what the hell color that is.
Let us know what color that was.
Let us know what the hell color that is.
But sorry, K-Man's got a couple more plays.
We got
for us.
Game 3's walk off. They didn't end up getting swept in the series in the sweep, but Katie Stewart with a nice walk off in extra innings in Game 3. Let's check this one out too.
Hitters count. Stewart! Deep deep drive. Back it goes. Off the facade of the building and left. And Texas walks off Oklahoma. A bricklayer bash off the building and left for the Longhorns.
I have no idea what building that is behind the stadium. I don't know if that's like a dorm.
So
it's some part of the campus.
I
right
would
there.
love to be a window repairman.
Making a lot of money.
Bro, you're getting like daily calls out there. Or
Especially
like either that or they got like some crazy strong glass.
I know. Because you got girls like Katie Stewart. That was her 22nd home run this year.
Oh, she raked that.
She got right underneath that. That was right in the middle of the zone.
I'll say
right above the knees, like that's gone.
Those Oklahoma uniforms, those are the Sooner uniforms I'm used to seeing.
Those are the traditional ones
That's
that they brought
classic
out in game
red
3.
and white. No, like the gray I could kind of get if they had the maroon, but if that was actually green, I don't know. That looked like a fantastic series. Really great play there. And when I say we've got 2 more in here, what else do we got?
We got a 3-run shot right here from Caden Henry. Let's check this one out.
Speed. Bottom of the order's been getting on base this series. Henry, straightaway center. Back it goes to the wall and gone. Caden Henry, her 6th home run of the season, is a 3-run shot.
How about they use the ground on the first 2 hits to get some runners on, and then Caden Henry lifting. I mean, she gets underneath this off-speed pitch, moving kind of away from her bat, but watch her legs get down below this.
That looked like it might have been a fly out. That thing went straight up in the air.
Yeah. I mean, it was the way it was drifting. You're like, oh, is that going to carry? We got like a little assist from the Angel. And,
just enough underneath it.
Yeah, got under the wall, over the wall.
That was a 3-run shot. That opened up the game there in game 2. And it was another 3-run homer that I wasn't even able to find the clip for. Well, when I was watching the game live, I mean, you need to have, I got to look at the Oklahoma softball page or something because I can't even find it. It's like they scrubbed it off the internet. But that game, Texas didn't even win that game. That was to send them down 2-0 in the series. But we got more Katie Stewart amazing highlights. One of the best bats on Texas this year. Let's check this one out too.
Stewart drives one back, way back and gone.
That's what's been missing in this series for Texas. The big boppers showing up. Finally, Katie Stewart. And we saw it with the bat even in this game. The single she had back in the first.
Katie Stewart's cooking in that series. Oh, my goodness.
Moves up, hits 2 home runs in the 3 days. Had a nice double. Like, just plenty of offense from just Katie Stewart alone in this series for Texas. Made plenty of plays.
Yeah. That's some high level softball right there. Did I send you this is kind of the opposite of high level softball. I said about those like high schools in where you're going, Louisiana high school softball, like a game that had like over 100 runs scored.
Yeah.
And there was like 65 like hit by pitches.
Yeah, Batty Bitch just wrote, she said that she loved that clip. She said that was an epic play. She played softball, and that's incredible. You guys are doing fantastic.
Nice. What positions you play in softball, Batty? Let us know. Because one thing I want to learn more about is I'm not as my knowledge of baseball and softball doesn't go as deep as like football and basketball. But when you're pitching in softball, like now you have to do it underhand. Like I wonder how that differs from like the overhand pitching of baseball.
Have you ever seen the softball pitchers though?
Yeah, like they can. I mean, they throw some crazy ones.
I mean, they whip that stuff, dude.
I feel like it would be tougher to get like the spin and control on the ball that you want going
like in high school. I wanted to date one of them, and I saw the picture, and I'm like, maybe I don't want to date one of them.
They still get the full rotation on the ball.
Right,
like
it's
underhand.
crazy because they can. I just feel like it'd be
it's all really on the grip. That's the craziest thing about baseball. It's all on the grip and the release of each pitch. And I mean the form on a softball pitch, like you close your shoulder, like kind of like you're opening and closing a door.
Yeah,
at least from what I've seen from people teaching how to pitch.
But all right, we got about 5 minutes left. What do you say we speed run? Give you guys a recap of the WNBA draft.
Rita was a pitcher, caveman.
Pitcher, okay. Well, you guys. Tell us a little bit about the how you got all those different all that different spin on the ball, and what was your like signature pitch,
My sister used to pitch, and there was like this training ball that she had, and it was literally like it was soft.
Right.
Like it wasn't like hard like an actual ball. It wasn't leather either.
Right.
But
and
it had
they call it English. I don't know if they call that the same thing.
They had like pictures on the ball where to put your fingers to actually grip like on the softball, where to get each pitch.
I just feel like it'd be going like underhand like that. It's going to be like tougher to get the ball to come out the right way. Like,
the release feels like the hard part.
Yeah. Like I think like it's a little easier to like get the spin you want pitching overhand.
You like that one? You like that one?
I guess I always said, hey, it's kind of like kicking footballs. You have somebody timing your get off time. You have somebody holding your balls.
Oh boy! All right.
Well, it's baseball. They actually catch them. They catch your balls. It's softball.
Well,
Rita says turn of the wrist and finger placement with the
wrist. All right.
Yeah.
Wrist. Okay. There we go. Well, hey, thanks for the insight, Rita. We love always learning some new things from our listeners just as much as we love dispensing our sports knowledge.
Well, let's hit it. First round WNBA draft.
So we already covered this little Azzy Fudd going to the Wings. They still need a little front court help, but I mean her 3-point shooting is just undeniable. A big weapon there when you have an excellent ball handler and point guard Paige Beckers. Olivia Miles, man, this is my favorite pick of the draft.
She was number 2.
Dude,
okay.
Yeah, I think you've got yourself a great point guard to a team that was a little needy of that. She's an excellent facilitator. You've got arguably the best player in the league. I mean, it's like 1A, 1B with her and Aja Wilson, and of course talking about Nafisa Collier. Yeah, the Lynx back it as obvious title favorites for me. Awa Fan Thiemann from Spain ends up going to the Storm. This was a team that also needed a little bit of center help, as we talked about a little bit when we looked at the mock draft. I'll give you all the caveman, or all the credit there, caveman. That was you really saying that. Lauren Betts goes to this was the whose logo is that? The Mystics. She goes to the Mystics. Then right after that, her teammate Gabriela Jaquez goes to the Chicago Sky. And then you've got Kiki Rice. She goes to the Portland's new team. We've got another Spanish player, Yvonne Martin Carrion, going to the new Toronto team. The Valkyrie get Flasia Johnson. Angelique Dulique going to the Mystics. Raven Johnson going to the Fever. Then you've got Cody McMahon, again going to the Mystics, who had a lot of first-round picks here. A French player, Neil Anglama, going to the Sun. The Dream go ahead and get South Carolina's Marine Okot. Tania Mir ends up going to the Seattle Storm. And then with the final pick in the first round. The Sun rather draft Iana Nepkins from UCLA. So all 5 UCLA players going in the first round. But then we also
six is at 1 in the second round. 6 UCLA players getting drafted.
Yeah.
That's just
crazy. Well, we've got 1 minute, so we do also want to just give a quick recap.
I mean,
what we can do with the UFL.
we might be able to just give the scores in the next minute. I don't know if we'll be able to say too much about each game.
Well, run down the scores. You had the Orlando Storm and a close one for Louisville Kings, who are still winless. 29-27, the Storm get the victory. The Defenders absolutely annihilate the Gamblers, 45-7. Dallas Renegades have their closest matchup of the season. The Aviators kept it close, but Dallas pulls out 28-23. And then the final game, the Battlehawks go with a quarterback change and end up taking down the Stallions with the fourth quarter comeback to win 34-30. That's your UFL Week 3 recap. We'll have a more in-depth one for Week 4, but we got to sign off the year. We've reached the top of the hour. Thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate all the gifts on TikTok. We really appreciate you guys. We'll be back next week for another episode of Till the Final Whistle right here on Military Broadcast Radio, giving our veterans a voice.
Life is like a duck. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Here at Military Broadcast Radio, we're teaming up with our friends at Die Tired, the veteran-friendly music band spreading strength, resilience, and mental health awareness one shirt at a time.
And check this out. Their brand new shirts feature broadcast beaker right on the breast pocket. A reminder that you can weather the storm, and you're never alone.
Shirts are only $25, and proceeds support giving veterans a voice. MBR's mission to teach veterans how to podcast and videocast. Because when our vets are talking, they're not overthinking. They're not second-guessing. Together, we stop the 22 stigma. Grab your shirt today at mbradio.us and hit the shop. Or go directly to toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband. That's toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband.
Suit up, stand strong.
Remember, we're unduckable together.
You're built tougher than the storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.